Fossa with Moment, and today we're going to talk about how to talk about skis. First up, let's talk a little bit about different camber profiles. Think of camber as the ski's personality. It's what makes the ski feel the way it does, and why skis that have similar specs might feel completely different from one another. Different profiles are better suited for different types of skiing, and what's best for you depends on where you're skiing, how you're skiing, your skiing style, or how you might want to use a certain ski versus the others that you've got in your quiver. First up is your traditional camber profile, also known as front rocker, or as we often like to call it, mullet rocker. A little bit of front rocker keeps your tips up, which helps your skis not to catch, deflect, or hook up when you don't want them to. That makes things a little bit more forgiving than a fully cambered ski might be. And since we don't all have perfect form all the time and aren't skiing on perfectly groomed corduroy, this also means that we can get into and out of turns a little bit faster with a little bit less effort. A longer cambered section underfoot keeps things locked in and planted, which means more edge hold, lots of suspension, and more driving power. Think of camber like you would leaf springs on a truck. This absorbs a lot of energy and shock and gives you a smoother ride and more control. The longer the camber, the more you can drive into it, the more power you can put into the ski. Flat tails are what makes the skis feel locked in, or as we like to say, planted, meaning that they grip well, they feel secure, and are less prone to get knocked around or slip out from under you. Flat tails give you a lot of support, and this is what makes the ski snap you from turn to turn. That means you can be more precise, react quicker, engage faster, and transfer more power to your ski than you can with a turned up tail, but it also means that they're harder to pivot, slower to release, less nimble, and less forgiving. That means that they take a lot more energy to ski. Or in other words, they need to be told what to do. Get tired, lazy, or tentative, and they'll take you for a ride. But stay on your game and tell them where to go, and they'll reward you for it. Traditional camber profiles, or those with a little bit of front rocker, are typically found in front side, low tide, or carving skis, or big mountain charging skis. And for this reason, they ski a bit long for their sizes and are usually best for stronger skiers who ski more powerfully, with more intention, and are stronger with more technical form. You'll find this profile in the Countach and the Commander series. Next up, rocker twins. Twin rocker, camber underfoot, or as we like to call it, mustache rocker. Rocker in both the tips and the tails with camber underfoot. Rocker keeps things loose and surfy and easy, while the camber offers grip, suspension, and pop. Together, they allow for a lot of edge grip and a lot of suspension, but significantly more agility than a flatter-tailed ski can offer. With turned up, rockered tails, these skis are much easier to break loose and are much better in tighter spaces and more technical terrain where you don't have enough room to link perfectly carved turns. This makes them significantly easier to ski because they're less work to manipulate, which is why rocker twins are more forgiving and more versatile for more skiers. This is why this is the most popular profile in modern skis. You'll find this profile in the Hot Mess, Bella, and Wildcat series. Next up is triple camber, and this one's a little magic. Unique to Moment, triple camber combines the best of both mullet and mustache rockers to give you more support and stronger edge hold while keeping the ability to pivot and slash easily. Far more support and grip than a rockered twin, but much more nimble than a flat-tailed directional ski can be. You can see how there is a long overall camber through the entire ski, similar to a mustache camber. But when we load the skis up, we'll see another camber pocket in the front and another here in the rear. 3 in total, hence the name, 2 inside an overall camber. Triple camber does a few things that you can't get anywhere else. When you ski the ski neutrally or more upright with your bases flat, not driving very hard, or edging aggressively, it behaves like a rockered twin. It's easy to pivot, quick to turn, soft, and easy to manipulate. But drive into the ski, and as you load it up, you'll compress the micro camber in the front of the ski. And as you do, your tip will stiffen up and quiet down, giving you more suspension and more support as you begin your turn. Keep driving, and through the second half of your turn, and as you exit, you'll load up the rear micro camber, and as you do, you get more support and more snap out the end of your turn. Similar to what you find on a flatter-tailed skis, but much easier to pivot and release as soon as you roll it back to bases flat. Ski through crud, chop, or variable snow, and the triple camber helps to absorb more energy before it reaches your boot. Again, think of this like a leaf springs in a truck or suspension on a mountain bike. Your skis stay more composed and you don't get knocked around as much, which means you can stay in control. Any ski with camber of any kind has 2 contact points per edge that offer the most grip, one at the front of the camber and one at the end. Triple camber gives you 4 contact points per edge, 1, 2, 3, and 4. More contact points per edge means a lot more edge hold, especially on skis so wide. With only 2 contact points, If either of those slips, your ski breaks loose and you're sliding. With triple camber and its 4 contact points, 3 of the 4 has to break loose. And that means that when things get really nasty, you can trust your edges a hell of a lot more. Now, the best part is this all happens in the vertical plane, not horizontally, which ensures that nothing gets hooky, nothing gets grabby, and nothing tracks inconsistently. And best part, you don't have to worry about tuning or skiing these any differently. You just get on them and rip. You'll find triple camber in the Sierra and the Death Wish series, which we argue are the most versatile in our lineup. Some might say that we saved the best for last, but that's a little subjective. Full rocker, or as some call it reverse camber or full reverse camber, is just that, fully rockered, no camber. Or if you prefer, the camber is reversed to bend the other way. We'll stick with full rocker. It makes a little bit more sense to us. From the tips to the tails, you'll find one continuous rocker line all the way through, curving away from the snow. Nothing, and we mean nothing, is more nimble, pivots faster, surfs better, or lets you react more quickly than full rocker, especially in anything even remotely soft. Oftentimes, you'll find fully rockered profiles on big sexy pow skis, because that's where it really shines. But it's also extremely fun and very versatile on other skis as well, because it allows you to pivot so quickly and be so reactive and make short work of really tight and technical sections, and in doing so is exceptionally playful and incredibly forgiving. But here's the catch. You give up a lot of edge hold and a lot of stability, especially when things are completely bulletproof ice or firm. You also give up some suspension. With no camber in the ski, there's nothing to flex through and nothing to absorb energy. No spring to push against, which means your skis engage more quickly, but because there's nothing to flex through, they also deflect more quickly. Full rocker is best for skiers who prefer a more neutral and playful stance, are more reactive rather than more intentional, or for those who are not driving their skis hard or just prefer to be as nimble and as playful as possible. You'll find this profile on the Chipotle Banana and other super top secret projects in the Reserve collection, which will drop from time to time. All food for thought. That's why it's so important to look at how skis are shaped, what they will be used for, and what size, profile, and mount is most appropriate. If any of that's a little bit over your head or it's not quite clear, give us a call, shoot us an email, or chat us on the site. We're always happy to walk you through it.